Hello, Stampers. Kelly Atchison at AStampAbove.com coming to you live from Menasha, Wisconsin. How are my people doing? I'm going to give you just a second to get in here. And the last time I was on, we were reporting horribly cold temperatures, which followed us all the way to Florida. It is a balmy 31 degrees in Menasha, and we had a high today of 33. We might as well put on shorts and flip-flops, right? Hello, I see so many of you in here today. I am so glad that you could join me on a Monday instead of a Sunday. You know how I hate to disappoint you because I know a lot of you like to start off your week on Sunday evening with a little stamping time with me. And I thoroughly enjoy spending that time with you also. Thank you, Darlene, for the welcome back. You guys have been so sweet and so understanding. And of course, nobody has any control over being sick, right? So for those of you that might not know, I was supposed to be on live last night, February 8th, but I ended up sick. So I woke up this morning a little sluggish, but I hit the drug bottle, ibuprofen. And that is my friend when I don't feel well. And as a matter of fact, I only took it this morning when I got up, and I felt good pretty much all day. I did try to take a little nap, but then we had a surprise visit from Haley, who was just dropping off the key to my Explorer because they picked it up from the airport and then brought it back for us when we returned from our vacation last week, or Saturday night late. And when she came in, we weren't sleeping because me and Steve were both laying in the living room. I'll tell you all about that. And she had Val in the car, but was on her way to pick up Dawson because he goes to a different school. And Steve's like, "Where's Val?" And Haley's like, "Well, do you want me to bring her in?" And he's like, "Yeah." So we got some baby snuggles late this afternoon. So that was really nice. Yeah, so it's been a busy day, but not too crazy. So that was nice. And I see that I have so many of you here. Did we get sick on the cruise? No, actually, we did not. But Steve was kind of catching something, I guess, when we left, and it really wasn't much. He had a little choppy little cough once in a while. No big deal. But that progressed and got worse, and we got to Miami on Friday, and we stayed right down on Ocean Drive at Miami Beach, and that was really nice. We had this little hotel room right on Ocean Drive. So we went for a walk, and we had dinner, amazing burger and french fries at Burgermeister near Ocean Drive. And then we walked down Ocean Drive, and we walked by the beach, and we walked in and out of the shops a little bit. And Saturday, we went to the port because we were jumping on a cruise ship. And we went to Bayside, I think it's called, which is right by the port. It's a shopping area, an outdoor kind of shopping mall. And we messed around there until we had to get on the ship. And that was all nice and fine and dandy. And then it was so that's Saturday morning. By Sunday, Steve was getting pretty sick. And I was just sleeping a lot. And now it all makes sense. But, when I'm on vacation, I can sleep a lot, like a lot. On the way down to Florida, we flew from Appleton, Wisconsin to Dallas. And I took 2 naps on that flight, which is lovely because sleeping is my superpower. And then we flew from Dallas to Miami, and I took 2 more naps on that flight. So, anyways, I was sleeping a lot. He didn't feel good, so we just kind of hung out in our room, and he slept for on and off for 2 days before I really got hammered with a chest cold. So just a chest cold. No, there was a couple sneezes, no runny nose, none of that, but this deep cough that you guys know the cough. When you cough, it like hurts down in your soul. That kind of cough. And so yeah, then I was sick the rest of the week, and he was kind of off and on, feeling better, not better, better, not better. Anyways, our trip was just Friday in Miami was great, and it went downhill from there. So we luckily the cruise line that we were on had, movie channels, well, recorded movies that you could watch. And we watched the whole Harry Potter series from start to finish 2 or 3 times each episode, each different, like there's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone and the Goblet of Fire and all the Order of the Phoenix, all of those. So Steve is now a Harry Potter fan. He's pretty excited about it. We came home on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. We flew home and everything went great. Our flights were great. They were all on time. We weren't panicking, missing, because we had some pretty tight connections. Everything was fine there, but we got home and then I was just done Sunday, still not feeling good at all. So anyways, yeah, the weather was complete crap. It was very cold. We had 1 day of sunshine, and the pool on our ship was too small, so there was no chairs whatsoever to be able to take advantage of that sunshine. Although we did sit outside in the sun for a couple hours that day. We never got off the ship. We ported in Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic and this little island called Bimini in the Bahamas. We never got off the ship. It was cold and raining and just crappy. And then, to make matters worse, we will never cruise on this cruise line again. I did not think the food was worthy of any repeat visit to any of it. And but the ship was beautiful. I can tell you the ship was very pretty. So yeah, it was just not a great vacation, and we were both glad to be home. And I don't know that I've ever said I was glad to be home from a vacation because I love vacations. So we are happy to be home. And Steve actually had to go and shovel snow outside yesterday. And he said to me, and I will go shovel snow and be grateful that I get to shovel snow. So it was pretty funny. Thank you guys so much. But it could have always been worse, right? It could have always been worse. Nobody fell down and broke anything. We didn't miss any flights. Throwing up would have been worse. We weren't doing that. So, but yeah, Steve told me from now on I can vacation with my friend who is retiring soon. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, it was not a good vacation. We should have stayed home, basically. Except Miami was fun and the ship was pretty. But yeah, it was all not for us. It was very strange. So, and we were on Virgin Cruise Lines, Virgin Voyages, which we've never been on before. But if you ever have any questions about it, let me know and I'll fill you in because there's lots of people that love it. So, and I know the rest of the southern part of the country was freezing also. It was just a fluke weather front that moved through, and all we wanted was sunshine and warmth coming from Arctic blast temperatures in Wisconsin. So yeah, it was just, but we got a lot of sleep, people. So, like I said, it could have always been worse. But anyways, I want to thank you guys all for the well wishes. You guys are so sweet, and I always feel so loved. And then when I put a thing out there, like, I'm so sorry, I just can't do it tonight. I was afraid that I would lose my voice. And if I start coughing, I may have to walk out of the room, but I'll be back. So it really hasn't been that big of a deal today, but it was pretty like, yeah, we had friends who just said that we had friends that went on Virgin for their first cruise. I know they won't be going there again. See, Melanie? Us, Steve and I, and your friends could have some conversations. Yeah, it was just not, we've been on several different cruise lines, and one of the big attractions to cruises is the food, and like I said, we did not eat a thing that I said to Steve, "I wanna go back there and try something else there or have that again." No. So, hate it. Hate it was a bad time, Caroline, thank you. I know. Disney does have nice cruises, Wendy. Yes, I have been on a Disney cruise. We usually go Royal Caribbean. Holland America is very nice also. And, I think we've been on maybe a Celebrity, and I don't know if we've ever been on MSC. MSC, yeah. MCS, I don't know, but those are some pretty ginormous boats. I will be going on a cruise again at the end of May. Our Stampin' Up! Incentive trip is to Alaska. So it's an Alaskan cruise out of Seattle. And I'm taking my granddaughter Andy for her graduation gift. She's super excited. So, and that's on Royal Caribbean. And I think it's the something of the seas, their giant ship, which I've been on before, and whoa, and they have good food. So looking forward to that. And then of course, Barb Dina and I will be going to Palm Springs. No, that's not right. Someplace in California. You guys are going to tell me because somebody's going to know. I don't know where I'm going in March, but it's in California. Long Beach. Long Beach. Never been there. So I'm excited about that. And we'll have good food there too, I'm sure. So Terry says she agrees about Holland Cruise Lines. We had a great cruise. Yeah. Back when, thanks, Noreen and Diane, Long Beach. Back when I first started earning trips with Stampin' Up, we did Holland America, and Stampin' Up would actually charter the entire ship. So that was very cool. Yeah. So looking forward to that. There's always something to look forward to, and you always need to keep in the back of your mind that it could have always been worse. And that is always true, right? Unless you're dead, it could always be worse. So glass half full, people. Anyways, we went on a vacation. Steve did not lose his mind. Sometimes he can get a little anxious. He doesn't handle things that don't work out good as well as I do. That's a really nice way to say that. But whatever. Oh, Melanie's been on Holland more than 10 times. Yeah, I think we only had him like 3 years in a row, maybe 4. But that's a nice cruise line too. And somebody told me Viking is very nice, but their cruise ships are only like 900 people. So that's really small. Yeah. And Deb did Royal Caribbean to Alaska. Yeah, I've actually been to Alaska on a cruise 2 other times with Stampin' Up. So this will be my 3rd one. And I took my mom and her friend Rosie one time. So, and that was just such a special trip for all of us, and especially them. They loved it. All right. John report. Steve saw John as he was shoveling snow yesterday. And John told Steve that his son went on a cruise last week also out of Miami. And it was terrible. I don't know what cruise line he went on because, you know, guys, they don't like ask a lot of questions. You're like, oh, well, what cruise line did he go on? I don't know. You could say, well, who did he go with? I don't know. Anthem of the Seas. Yes, yes, Sarah. Anthem of the Seas. Thank you. And Sarah, who's on here, is one of my team members. She's going on the cruise too. What? Yeah. So that's exciting. I have a couple different team members that'll be cruising with us at the end of May. So yeah, thanks, Suzanne. And we did make it home safely. And Suzanne is leaving for Florida in her RV Wednesday for 2 weeks. Oh, that sounds divine. Hey, except driving an RV in Florida, that's a little sketchy, but I'm sure you've done it before. So I will keep you in my thoughts and prayers for safe travels. Which leads me to the next thing. Donna Deppner. Donna left me the nicest prayer after I said I would not be live last night. And I just want to thank you for that because that was so sweet. I just was like, oh, that's so nice. Thank you. Mary Carls was sick, and I heard from Mary. She's in the hospital. So, Mary, we are all praying for well wishes for you. And Julie Smith wasn't too sad that I wasn't on last night because she is a Seahawks fan and her Seahawks won. Congratulations to all the Seahawk fans for the Super Bowl last night. Shelby says that a cruise is on her bucket list. Well, if you ever get a chance to go, they are quite divine. I love them. And I don't get seasick. We did have some rocky seas there a couple nights where you could really feel the boat moving. But funny story, Haley was my travel companion a lot of my trips for Stampin' Up! And we had a cruise out of New York City, which was very cool, to Bermuda. And I can't remember when our trip was, but it was during a time of the year like spring where it can be quite bad weather around that time. Like Bermuda wasn't very warm when we got there, but it was such rough seas that they shut down the swimming pools on our ship because the water was just sloshing out of them everywhere. It was so rough, and it was like a ghost ship. Like nobody was out of their rooms. Everybody was in their rooms seasick, throwing up. So that was gross. But not me and Haley, because we don't get seasick. We were running up and down the hallways, and you could hardly make it because you were going back and forth, and we were eating pizza and ice cream, and nobody was out of their rooms. So yeah, see, I can make a good time of just about anything. But anyways, Judy Trigg left me a comment on my live, not live from February 1st. If you didn't happen to catch that, I did pre-record a video for the Sunday that we left on our trip. And I just want to thank her for the pat on the back. She really gave me a glowing comment for making a live, not live, because she said she knew what was on my agenda. I had a lot on my agenda before I left. So, but yeah, I did have time to do that. And I always like to do that because I know you guys look forward to your Sunday night with Kelly, right? And anytime I can possibly make that happen, whether I'm actually here or not, I'm going to do that. So thank you so much, Judy, for that. And then thanks to Noreen Harrell and Tanya Jackson, because they said, I hope I didn't get sick on my vacation on my Tuesday or my February 1st video that I put on. And well, thanks for your well wishes. They did not work because I did get sick. But somebody else mentioned that I can't go on vacation anymore because I always come home sick. And I do remember coming home sick a couple other times, but Steve was getting sick before we left and we didn't really realize it. So, yeah. And you can't let things stop you like that, right? Because you know that I love a vacation. So, oh, well, it's the price you pay, right? I wish I could say it's the price you pay to have a good time, but I didn't even really have that. So this sick wasn't worth it. Anyways, yeah, that's all I got for the John report, that his son was on a cruise also, and it was cold and crappy. And so I didn't get any more details because, men, they don't give you good details. But I think I really got sick because one night I woke up in the middle of the night and me and Steve were sleeping facing each other, like this. And you know how you look so cute when you're sleeping, when you're really like that. I woke up and his face is like this far away from me, breathing right in my face. And I'm like, so that's probably how it happened. Anyways, I have some prizes to give away. And I just want to remind you guys that links for the projects we're going to make tonight, I have some really cool stuff that we're making, are under the video on YouTube. And then you give me an hour or so and I will have them up on my blog. And my blog is, let me see if I can find, whoops. I just turned off my little side thinger. Here's my blog address running right across the bottom of the screen. So you can find all pictures of the projects, dimensions for the projects, and a complete list of all the ingredients that I use to make the projects tonight. Now, that serves a dual purpose. It is a shopping list if you want to order something from me, and I always appreciate your orders. You can click right on an item. It'll take you right to my online store. You want to make sure it says you're shopping with Kelly Atchison. And but the other purpose besides links to my store for the product is you can see which color inks I used, what color blends I use, what is the name of that fancy glitter pen again. It'll show you all of those things. So just want to let you know that those items are under the video on YouTube, but they will also be posted on my blog. I have to take pictures and stuff of my projects and get that all on my blog. And it usually takes me at least an hour, sometimes two, to get all that done. So I do have prizes to give away tonight, and that's always exciting, right? For comments on my last video, I have a pack of these iridescent faceted gems. Aren't those so pretty? I love these. These are for commenting on my last video. So if you're new to me, please do leave a comment. And you can just say where you're from or hello or whatever. But everybody that leaves a comment gets added into a drawing for fabulous prizes. And these certainly qualify as fabulous. Judy Trigg, Rockford, Illinois. Judy, I want to send these to you, but guess what? I don't have your address. If you could email me and let me know what your address is, I will be happy to get these off in the mail to you. My email address is right here. So let me know. Judy Trigg of Rockford, Illinois. I feel like a game show host. Rockford, Illinois. Okay. And I'm a little spunky tonight. I've been with Steve for a whole week. So it's really fun to be here with you tonight. Right? Yeah. Not that I don't love him and everything, but he is not you guys. You guys get me. He gets me a different way. Okay. Next up, for sharing this video, you can share this video. There's a share button right underneath. Or if you happen to see one of my announcements that I'm going to be live out on Facebook, if you could share that to your profile, that would be awesome. That really helps me grow my business and get the word out for more people to watch me. I have the Celebrate Love Mix and Match. Whoops, let me see if I can do this. Mix and Match ephemera kit. These are really fun. And this is going out to Cynthia Wadasek of Lost Creek, West Virginia, for sharing my video last week. Thank you so much to everybody who shared my video. That is really, really helpful to me. So I appreciate it. And then last but never least, for placing an order with me in the last week, I have the Friend Like You stamp set. This is a fun little stamp set with some really cool little fonts. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different sentiments in here with all kinds of fun little tropical elements. Love those little dragonflies. For sharing my video, for placing an order with me in the last week, Patricia Perrin of Wappinger Falls, New York. This is on its way to you. And thank you to everybody for your comments, your sharing. Give me a thumbs up, please. Click on that like button. Give me a thumbs up, whether you're watching live or on the replay. Everything helps me out, and I so appreciate that. Okay, I'm going to set these over here so I do not lose track of them. Oh, that's old. I don't need that. Oh, look, rhinestones. Better put those away. Okay, then we have some really fantastic things going on, and I need to tell you about them. So let me find them. First of all, don't forget, Bonus Days Redemption started on February 3rd, and it goes through the 28th of February. So if you placed an order for every $50 in January, between the dates that it ran, and I don't remember what they are now, but pretty much most of the month, you get a $5 coupon, and Stampin' Up! Emailed those coupons to you. So you go look in your email. And what I do when I'm looking for stuff in my email is I use a keyword to do a search in the little search blank. I would type in bonus days. and you will find those coupons. And I just used a whole bunch of mine because, well, I had some pretty big orders that needed to go in for classes that are happening. So I just used a whole bunch of mine. And who doesn't love $5 off? I'm telling you, it's a good deal. Don't forget to redeem your bonus coupons. Now, next up, we have a brand new product of the month. I'm going to show this to you in real life, but this is the Painted Illusions 12 by 12 designer series paper. That is Stampin' Up's February product of the month. And you get this paper. You can add it to your order for $5 when your order reaches $75. But don't forget, if you're using bonus coupons or your Stampin' Rewards that you accumulate with your previous orders, that will decrease the total on your order. So your order has to actually be $75. So if you use a coupon and now it's only $70, then that product of the month qualification won't come up. So just know that. And I just joined a brand new collaboration group with demonstrators from all over the country, world probably. And we are making a video tutorial with 12 different projects in it using the product of the month, which is Painted Illusions Designer Series paper this month. And when you place an order of $75 or more with me during the month of February, towards the end of the month, I will send you this PDF file. Now, I say towards the end of the month because we don't have it done yet. We just got the paper and we're all trying to get our projects done and typed up and videos made and all compiled into one document. It's like a whole big process. But I just want you to know that the projects are all due by the 27th of the month. So I will send it out to you then or within a day or so of that. But just want you to know that, because if you order right now and you're like, hey, where's my 12 project PDF tutorial, video tutorial? And like, whoa, slow down. You will get it. I just want you to know that. So that's really, really fun. And if you remember last month, here's a sneak peek of some of the very pretty designs using that Fabulous Sayings product of the month that we had. And here is that stamp set. Guess what? We have not sold out of that. So if you did not get it yet, you can use this as your product of the month. And just let me know. Pop me an email and say, Kelly, I just ordered and qualified for the Fabulous Sayings. I would like that PDF file from last month, and I'll be happy to send that to you. So I just want you to know that. Okay. So we got bonus days redemption, product of the month. Also the True Blue Florals, that pretty blue designer series paper. That was our first product of the month. We still have some of those left. You can choose between all three of these. If you want two of them, you need to put in two separate $75 qualifying orders. You can't just put in a $150 order and pick two. The system just doesn't work that way. And I know that's kind of ridiculous, but it doesn't. So I just want you to know how those things work. Lovely Blossoms retreat. Where's my Lovely Blossoms? Did I put that someplace? I think, obviously, I did not put it away. Oh, I know where it is. I set it right here. Lovely Blossoms. This whole suite, Barb, Dina, and I are doing a retreat this month. It will take place February 27th, 28th, and March 1st. We are planning to ship the swag boxes out for this humongous retreat by the 18th of February. So you should have them prior to the actual start of the online retreat. Doesn't matter where you live in the world, you can be part of the retreat, but you can only get the swag box if you're in the US. So just want you to know that. The link for that is under my YouTube video, or you can go over and find it on my blog also. But the YouTube video is probably the easiest place to find that. And don't forget Stamp Happy Party. If you placed a minimum $35 order with me in January, or accumulation that added up to $35, you should have gotten an invitation to the Stamp Happy Party that is going on Wednesday night, Stamp Happy Party. Okay. We are going to be, Barb, Dina, and I stamp together, and we're going to be making a really nice fun fold. And we make the same fun fold, but we each do different products on it. So you can get some really cool ideas that way and learn a fun fold, which is always fun. My area is so organized. Oh, Joan. That's so funny. It does look really nice, doesn't it? That's where the niceness ends in here, sister. I was just thinking about that when I went over to close my office door because Steve says I have a big mouth. Well, he does say it that way, but we giggle then. So he's not being rude, but he's like, "You're so loud." I know. Because I had to gingerly step over all of the things that are everywhere. But I do like this to look nice because who wants to look at a big mess, right? I know. I don't like looking at that either, but at some point I will stop and clean this up. I just haven't had time. So Susan says, question for Kelly or one of her team members. New in colors will be coming soon. And if Stampin' Up! Has stopped selling Stampin' Right markers, so will there be blends? We usually do have blends in the new in colors, Susan. Definitely. We have blends for all of the in colors that are current right now. And yeah, I'm positive about that. I have them. So yes, I would assume, but I don't have any insider information into that. But that's a great question. So the other thing that I wanted to let you guys know about before we start stamping is, of course, the Stampin' Positioner. Oh my gosh, if you watched my video last Sunday, we're going to actually make the card that I use the Stampin' Positioner to make multiple bunnies with very easily. This puppy is available free if you join my team. And you have until March 2nd. Is that right? That's a little tutorial. Here we go. This is, oh yeah, till March 2nd. I am correct. So you have till March 2nd to join my team and you will get a free Stampin' Positioner. Now, I just want to let you guys know that when you go to order the starter kit, you get to choose $125 in any product you want. And we have a pre-order right now for brand new online exclusives. So many things. The Stampin' Positioner tool will automatically be added to your kit. So don't look for any place where you have to like physically pick that and add it to your kit. That's not how it works. It'll just automatically be in there. This tool is worth $49. You get it absolutely free. And this is a great way to try out being part of a team. You get a minimum 20% discount on your future orders. You do not have to meet any minimums until the end of June. And the minimums are $300 a quarter. So you don't have to meet that until the end of June. That's what you need to order or sell. Most of my team members are discount shoppers, so they order. And yeah, it's a good deal. And there's so much more that goes with that. You get to be part of my team. We have all kinds of fantastic things going on all the time. There's free training, there's free fun, there's card challenges, there's card swaps, there's a team meeting that you get to do every month with us where we do mystery stamping and we do show and tell. We usually have some type of demonstration. Everybody's entered in door prizes and recognition. And recognition on my team isn't just about what you're selling or, you know, whether you did this or that. I even have recognition for anniversaries because everybody should be included. So it's just a very nice, friendly, inclusive place that you can get more out of your stamping. So I hope that you will give that some thought. And there's a link right under my YouTube video. If you would like to join my team, feel free to click on it. You can start building your starter kit right away and become part of something bigger. That is a lot of fun. Now, what happens if you don't meet your $300 minimums? You just aren't active anymore. And I will not hold it against you. It happens. And you can continue to watch me and be part of my Sunday Inky life and all kinds of good stuff. But there's tons and tons of benefits. Terry said she was just thinking about, garden green blends. I know. Terry, I would like to see some garden green blends also, because I think we need that color. Anyways, if you'd like to join my team, you have any questions, let me know. I think it is time to start the stamping. So I am going to start unpacking my little basket here. Okay. I got my little list of my goodies here, and I can take this one down from the last time. Let's see. For those of you that are on my team, reminder, we have a team meeting tomorrow night. And again, team meetings are all on Zoom. So no matter where you live, you can join the team meeting and be part of all the good things. Question, how does a leader get any awards if each person orders their own orders? I'm not understanding. How does a leader get any awards? What do you mean by awards, Sherry? Explain that to me. Are you talking like commission awards? Is that what you mean? And Sharon would like to see gorgeous grape blends. I'm with you there too, Sharon. I am all with you. Okay, let me get this on here. I'm going to flip my camera. I'll try to keep my eye on the questions. And Sherry, you let me know what you mean there. Hang on. Okay, here we go. Oops, I see that my hair has made an appearance on my piercing mat, so we'll get rid of that. First thing we're going to do here is we are going to complete the card that I started last week. And let me see, did I bring that in? I did. I have a picture here. So hopefully this can refresh your memory. I'm going to bring that up. Remember this from last week where I used the Stampin' Positioner to very quickly and easily make all of those little bunnies? If you happen to miss that, you need to check out last week's video, and you can find that on my blog. Okay. We are going to be using the Easter Joy specialty paper. I've got iridescent pearl basic jewels. I've got some card samples to share with you, so don't let me forget to do that. And the Easter basket bundle, which is just so stinking adorable. I actually did a product spotlight on this whole bundle. So if you happen to miss that, you can find it on my YouTube channel or go to my blog and look for product spotlight with this Easter basket bundle, because there's a lot of really good tips in there. Lots of cute little things going on there. We are going to be using the Shy Shamrock ink pad as well as our Memento black ink pad. I've got Wink of Stella here. Let me get my stamps out. And the Balmy Blue Gingham ribbon. Okay, let's set some of this stuff over to the side. Oh, and hang on. I got to come back in here. Okay, here we go. It's almost Valentine's Day. I think I showed this to you once before. Whoop, whoop. It's all these sequins that when they're up, they're one color, and when they're down, they're the other. Happy Valentine's Day pretty soon, you guys. I need to make some cookies. I just thought of that today. Valerie was talking about some frosting that she ate at her other grandparents' house last night. I said, frosting? You ate frosting? She said, yeah, it was pink frosting with marshmallows in it. I said, was it perhaps Jell-O? She's like, no, it wasn't Jell-O because it wasn't jiggly. I said, was it maybe Jell-O with Cool Whip in it with some marshmallows? She goes, I don't know. I'm like, I'm sure your grandma Lori didn't feed you frosting with marshmallows in it. Like a whole dish. No. Oops, sorry. And we're back. Okay, so I just had to share that with you because it was super cute. Kids, right? Okay. Let's get here's my cardstock. Let's get this out. Now this card that we're making is a really cute little, whoops, hang on, I lost a piece. It's a really cute little layout. So I'm going to move these off to the side. We're going to actually be using this checked pattern of the Easter Joy Specialty DSP. And let's set that over there. Here comes all our bits and our pieces. So I chose the colors from my card right off of the designer series paper. You know, it lists on the back which colors. So we've got the Shy Shamrock and the Balmy Blue that we're going to use here. Let me change my glasses out so I can see better. Are you guys able to comment still? Because I don't have any more comments and I didn't hear back from Sherry yet. I'm watching Sherry. Oh, and now we've got that. Oh, you know what? I think it's my black shirt that washed that out. Ready? Watch. Remember we were having problems with that? Yep, look at that. It is my black shirt. Good to know. I had to buy a new light, and I kind of forgot that my ring lights just quit working last week. So I bought some new ones and got those installed today. This is our card base. This is 4 1/4 by 11. I scored it at 5 1/2 there. And then we have our inside layer, 4 by 5 1/4 basic white. And then I've got the Shy Shamrock that is 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. And then our designer series paper that is 3 by 4. And remember, all these dimensions will be on my blog a little while after we're done. And I am still looking really washed out here. Does that look better, you guys? Let me see if I get away from here. I don't know. Just testing out my lighting. See what is going on and why. Okay, that's good lighting. I don't know. Okay, we are going to take these pieces and just glue them together. So I've got my multi-purpose liquid glue. Gosh, can you believe I didn't even cough once yet? So that's good news, right? And this is a really, really tiny little border. I just want that Shy Shamrock to stick out there a little bit. Frame this nicely. I'm wondering if I'm having some streaming problems. Hang tight, you guys, because I need to go check something. I am getting no messages in here. So hang tight. I'm going to look at something. Okay. Okay, it looks like we're working okay. But no messages are coming in on my feed here, and I don't know why. So, all right. We're going to do our stamping first. We've got a 1 by 4 1/4 inch piece of basic white here, and then a scrap of white and our inside. So we're going to do our stamping. I am going to do this. We are going to take a piece of ribbon and we're going to tie it over here. So I want to make sure I leave room for that. And we're going to stamp that Easter's on its way. And then I am going to take my cute little bunny here with a floppy folded ear. And we're going to stamp that just like that. And then it's completely up to you how much you want to color your bunny. And that's the part I really like about these bunnies. They can be colored or they can be white. If you like to color, you go for it. If you don't, I'm going to show you how to make it super, super simple. Look at how heavy-handed I was with my ink. Good grief, Kelly. And then we're going to stamp our little Happy Easter. And that's really super crooked, so we're going to try that again. Much better. We're going to stamp that bunny again, because that's why God gives us two sides to our cardstock, right? Absolutely. And then I've got that Shy Shamrock out here, so we can do just a little Easter egg right here. And then I am going to grab an envelope, and I'm going to stamp this little bunny right down here on my envelope. And I think I'll do a little egg right there. And I think that will be super cute. Okay, so Anita, thank you for messaging me. That came through on Facebook. Anita says, I messaged you from my phone, but I'm watching you on my tablet. I don't see a place to comment from the YouTube live. Are you actually on YouTube, Anita? You can be in a screen where you can be watching me, but you're not actually on YouTube. And so you need to actually be on YouTube to be able to comment. So check that out and let me know. And I'm glad you're asking, because that can be rather frustrating. I've got light pretty in pink, and I'm just going to color the bunnies inside of the bunny's ears. That's all I did here. And then I'm going to just grab a scrap. This is a Post-it note. I'm going to put it inside my envelope, because blends tend to bleed through, right? You get little weird marks on the back. So I did that just so I can come in here and color my bunny's ear and my bunny's nose. Now, the other thing we're going to do before I forget is we're going to color our little bunny's tail with some Wink Stella. And I know that's kind of hard to see in the camera, but trust me when I tell you that it is sparkly, and it just really adds a cute little accent. Okay, let's take our Post-it note out of here. So we've got our cute little envelope. We've got our cute little bunny rabbit. And if you remember, we put we die cut a whole bunch of little bunnies. We die cut a whole bunch of bunnies, and we set them in here, and then we stamped them. And again, if you go back and watch the video from last week, you'll see exactly how we did that. So that's how this happened. Whoops, let me see if I can get that out of here now. There we go. But we just die cut a bunch of blank little bunnies, set them in here, positioned our positioning tool with that bunny on here, and stamped. And then that came off, and then you put another blank bunny in, and you stamped. And I love using my positioner tool for that, especially when I have multiples to make, because I did that for a swap. I had a whole bunch of bunnies that I needed to die cut, stamp and die cut. And it's just so much easier when you die cut them first, so you don't have to hold your die in place and then it moves, and then you've already colored your bunny and you have to redo it and all that. This way in the positioner is way easier. So we're going to die cut our bunny. Here it is. Had that done already. And now we can actually put our card together. Oops. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to put our inside in here. Okay, so Anita says, I used your link to YouTube and watching that with the sound on my tablet, but I have Facebook Live on my phone and I message there. Well, that's fine. You can message there. Those messages are coming through in my streaming service so I can see that you are saying that. But if you want to message on YouTube and you're on the YouTube platform, I see that my cutting didn't do very well here, you guys. I'm going to trim this up just a little bit. It's just a little bit ragged there. If you want to comment on YouTube, you have to actually be logged into your YouTube account. That's usually what's happening is you haven't logged in. And if you're watching on YouTube, you should see your name or something. I don't know, from a tablet, but I can see my name and my picture in the top right-hand corner when I'm on YouTube watching. So let me know about that, Anita, because that might be what's going on. We're going to take this and we're going to center it right on our card front. And I'm still... Oh, I see lots of comments. I'm watching on my TV and commenting on my phone on YouTube. Okay, yep. Okay, you guys, the comments just rolled through. Thank you very much. They were not coming through. Yeah, Wendy says that's nuts that the shirt can change the lighting. I agree. It's very frustrating. Your lighting, that's because of my shirt, and I will just have to know that next time. Okay, so Sherry has answered my question. And let me read that. Hang on just a second. Does a leader get any awards if each person orders their own order? I'm not understanding. And then she says, I mean to earn to go on trips and move up on the awards levels for demonstrators. Well, Sherry, we do earn the trip through sales and also through team members promoting. There's various different aspects of points that we get as leaders. So there's like a whole bunch of tiers. And so, yes, you can earn the trip, earn a substantial amount of points to go towards the trip through your team members promoting to various titles. That's one of the aspects. And a combination of that and what you sell or buy. Stampin' Up! Doesn't differentiate between what I buy or what my customers buy through my store. It all adds to the same total. So that's pretty nice, right? Okay, we're going to tie that around there. And now I'm just going to pop this right on my card front. Like I said, this is a really nice layout, and you could use this with a lot of different papers and different die cuts and punches. Remember, this is 4 1/4 wide, so it covers up the entire card front here. So yeah, I'm glad that you asked that question. Okay, and now I see a ton of the comments that they weren't coming through. And Becky wants to know if these are my real bangs right now. Okay, let me show you. I'm going to do this. Hang on, because I messed up my thing. These are my real bangs, you guys. These are them. Ready? My actual hair. Yes. Yes, my hair has grown back. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it, Becky. Okay. Back to our card. That was important. Okay. All right. This is Deb. Are you seeing this message? Yes, Deb. Thank you very much. They're coming through now. Okay, so Anita said, oh, that makes sense. I'm probably not signed into my account. Yes, you have to be signed in. And here's why. You want to know why? I'll tell you why, even if you don't want to know. Because YouTube wants people to be accountable for the messages or comments that they leave. If they didn't make you sign into your account, people that are mean and nasty could come in, like trolls. Sometimes we have trolls on our live videos. Trolls can come in and make all kinds of vulgar comments, and there's nothing you can do about it, right? But if they're signed into their account, I can report them because I know their name on YouTube, and YouTube will discipline them. So there's a little lesson in how they can keep those things from happening. All right, now I'm going to bring in these beautiful, beautiful iridescent pearls. I love these things because they're very soft, but they have that iridescent sparkle to them that makes them so like magical pretty. What do you think? Think about the layout here. The Easter and the designer paper and the colors are really pretty, but this is more about the layout. Designer paper with a layer underneath, a 1-inch strip that runs all the way across, and something here. Could be a flower, it could be a pony, it could be a tree, but this is just a really nice layout. Think about all the different ways that you could use this. So that's what I used for my many, many little bunnies that I cut out with my Stampin' Positioner. And I'll just bring that picture in here one more time. All those little bunnies I stamped with my Stampin' Positioner, which again is a product that you can get for free when you join my team. So join, you'll love it. And there's our little bunny card. And don't worry, you guys, if my lighting is weird, I will always bring this up here so you can see it. I'm just glad that I know that I'm struggling. And my lighting is weird because I'm wearing a black shirt. Isn't that just the strangest thing? Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, yes, Nancy, you can silence them, but it can kind of be a daunting task when you're trying to stamp and think and follow comments and all those things. Used to be that I could block people from my channel, and every once in a while, it's not often, but every once in a while, we have people that start harassing us, and they just get kind of nasty. And we used to be able to just block those people. Well, you can't do that anymore. They don't allow us to do it. So, okay, you guys, here is one of my little Easter baskets that I made. This is on my blog. It's a little treat holder. I got these little chocolates that fit in here perfectly with that same Easter basket bundle. And then let's see, we've got this adorable little treat box. Isn't that cute? With the whole suite. Love that one. And then I've shown you this card before. Cute little Easter card. Here comes another one. Love that. That uses that lovely stripes embossing folder. And this grass comes in the dies with the Easter basket. And then I just got a new one from my friend and team member, Kathy Miller. Look at this. So cute, right? Love this one. I think I'm going to get that out of there. Did my lighting just change a little bit? I think it did. Okay. Next up, let's bring in, okay, I'm going to ask you guys, do you want to see the product of the month on a pretty card? Or would you like to see a masculine card next? You let me know. And I'll keep cleaning up my little mess here. This and this and this and that. Oh, I gotta put this away too. And while I'm doing that, I'll take a drink. I still have not coughed, so yay me. Well, maybe I just started something. Okay. Did you guys tell me? Masculine. Okay, we got a masculine product of the month, masculine. The lighting could change if there's a lot of black or white. Okay, Margaret, thank you so much. That is good to know. Product of the month, masculine, mask lighting could change. What is that again? Product of the month or masculine, Nancy. Product of the month or masculine. Ooh, I'm getting lots of product of the month here. I want to see both. Tanya wants to see both. And Wendy is drinking lime bubbly. Susan just said if your customer does not pick you as her demonstrator on her order, you would not get credit. That is correct. That's why it's so important to know who you're shopping with. And that has happened, and it actually is very frustrating. I remember that I sent a catalog to a lady, and big catalogs are expensive. Like, we were paying for priority mail, and she requested a catalog, and I sent her a catalog. And then a couple weeks later, I messaged her and asked her if she got the catalog, if she had any questions. And she said, yeah, she got the catalog. She placed a big order. And I went and looked. I'm like, nope, you did not order with me. Well, she just went on Stampin' Up's website and ordered. So that's painful because, I paid like $10 for shipping and she placed an order, but it wasn't with me. So it's very important you are shopping with your demonstrator. And they're easy to locate. You just put the name in or location, or you just use the link that I have under my video. Okay, so I wonder if you can combine the masculine used in the product of the month. Well, I could, Renee, but not tonight. And I do plan on doing both cards. I just wondered which ones you wanted to see first. And, I've got, I think I'm going to do the masculine one. There was lots of requests for both, which is great. Okay, so we're going to do masculine, and I guarantee you guys are going to absolutely love this. And I'm going to back away from I'm still testing out this lighting here to see. I'm going to make it a little bit darker, a little bit lighter, and see. It's still kind of weird. We'll work on that, you guys. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate it. I don't want to stamp naked right now because, that could be a disaster. Okay, we are going to use Nature Walk for our masculine card. Oh my gosh. And Gears and Textures. I am giddy about this bundle, and I have had a lot of fun with it. I've made some swap cards with this. We've got all of these fantastic stamps in here, and there's 16 different elements to this. And this is like masculine, it's dripping man card ideas for me. That sounds kind of gross, but whatever. Gears and Textures dies. There are 16 different dies. We've got 16 different elements, 16 different dies. And this one is so, so fun. Perfect for collage stamping. I've also got the Lovely Stripes embossing folder. So I'm just going to be using a teeny weeny little element of this little bugger. Love it. Let me get out all my bits and pieces here. I'm going to hang up my dimensions so I look like I'm absolutely brilliant. Like I have a memory of an elephant, right? Comes my stamps, and here's all my bits and pieces. Okay, so Nature Walk goes with the Nature's Walk suite of products. And this is the perfect paper for man cards. Doesn't have to be man cards, but it is perfect for man cards. And I love all these rich, gorgeous colors. Look how many coordinating colors we have here with this one. So I am going to bring in my envelope, And then I've got a basic gray card base that is 5.5 by 8.5. I've got my basic white for the inside at 4 by 5.25. I've got a basic black that is 4 by 5.25. And then I'm using this pattern of the Nature Walk Designer Series paper. And I've got a, oh, I don't have any more scraps here. Hang on. I gotta find my scraps. Is that a scrap? No. I need black scraps. I made this card quite a while ago. So it's like, I need black scraps, Lost Lagoon scraps, and basic gray. Basic gray scraps. Okay. Oh, this one is so fun. That's not going to be big enough. Hang on. Basic black. I'll just take a big piece. Lots of basic black. Okay, so first of all, I am going to, what did Branda just say? It's interesting that on my iPhone YouTube app, your coloring is fine. On my TV YouTube, you're more washed out. I know. I've heard that before too, Branda. It's very bizarre. Sherry says she's excited. I'm using this bundle because she ordered it. She's waiting for it to arrive. You're going to love it. Nancy loves this. They go so good together, the gears and the textures. Yes. Sue, glad to see you here. I don't know where my catalog went, Cynthia says, but I finally got it today. That's crazy. I'm so sorry that it took so long. Dina was telling Barb and I that she sent a door prize off to one of her people, and she got it back recently. It was sent 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Is that insane? Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to stamp. We're going to stamp our inside layer first. And this is where this whole thing is just so fun. Oh, I need some. Hang on. I got to find my basic gray ink, which is in another bin. Okay. Did I use basic gray? Yeah, I did. Yes. Okay, so I've got Smoky Slate, Basic Gray, Lost Lagoon, and Black. So I'm going to start with Black. The other thing that I did, you guys, is I pulled a sentiment out of the Nature's, what is that other set called that goes with the Nature's Walk paper? Let me find it. I think I've got it right here. And I don't. Hang on. Here it is. Nature's Symphony. That's what it's called. Nature's Symphony. I pulled out the To a Great Guy to use with this card. So we're going to take that. We're going to stamp it in black. I'm going to do this first because oftentimes I get that crooked and I don't want to do any other work if I got to just turn it over, right? That sounds legit, doesn't it? Then I'm going to bring in these little splotches and my Smoky Slate ink. I'm going to open up my Lost Lagoon and I'm going to bring in these lines and we're going to stamp that. And I'm going to go right down here. Bam. This is what I've done. Nothing too exciting yet. We're going to do the splashes. And I'm going to do some splashes right up here. And some splashes right there. Make sure you guys can see this. And then let's grab this little gear. Oh, no, I'm going to grab the chain. Let's grab this chain. And I'm going to go with the basic gray. And I just inked up part of that because I'm only going to use a tiny little bit over here. There's my chain. And then the gear in the Lost Lagoon. And I'm going to stamp that right there. So this is the inside of my card. And it's just kind of a collage of various things, right? Put these out of my way. And we're going to just glue this right inside so we can get inside our card and protected from dropping anything on it and ruining it. Been there, done that, right? Okay. Oh, and then I just smeared ink all over it. So I just smeared ink all over it. So hang on. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that. Where did that little gear go that I just used? It's got to be right here. Here we go. I am going to take my basic gray and I'm going to use a little Post-it note to cover up my card base. I've got basic gray here, and I'm going to stamp that over my smear. Yay! Brilliant. Oh, yes. Collage stamping has got some really easy ways to fix things. All right, next. Now we're going to do the front, and our front layer is right here. This is our designer series paper. And now we're just going to start stamping some collage-y things on here. So I'm going to grab my chain again and use that basic gray. And I'm going to stamp a little bit of chain right up there. A little bit of chain right here. Maybe a little bit more chain right down there. So far, this is what we have. Then, oh, I don't have one of my stamps mounted here. I've been saving this one for you guys for quite a while. I think something was out of stock for a little bit. I was going to use it and then I couldn't. This is a big swirly swirl. I'm going to bring that Lost Lagoon back in. And again, you can do anything you want here with this. Oh, I think I'm going to just hang on. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to bring in my arrows first. I already made a card with this. So I'm kind of doing the same thing. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Going to come in with these lines. And we're going to like stamp that right here. And we're just going to keep kind of going crazy. Let's see. Yep, we're going to do this one in, is that black? This is my darker color right here. And then I'm going to grab that little, and we're going to go with smoky slate. So a little bit lighter color here. And we're going to stamp that right there. So it's just kind of like a little watermark. The little splotches, we're going to go with the basic gray, and I'm just going to kind of stamp that right there. Oh, we got to do this circle. Ooh, see? Glad I didn't have my card out. And we're going to do that right in here. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. Basic gray with this little gear again. We'll do one right there. And we've got these little hashes, and I'll pick this up for you in just a second. Do one of these right there. Okay. Can you guys see all the things happening here? Like, whoa. And I did this all on designer series paper. And I think that's kind of the funnest part. But wait, there's more. So let me get all these pushed out of the way. Now we're going to do a really fun little technique. So let's take gray. Oh, we've got some embossing to do. I need to grab embossing powder. Oh, uh-oh. Hang on. Oh boy. It's not in there. It's not. Oh, here it is. Whew. This is clear. Hang on, I'm looking for embossing powder. I've lost my embossing powder. I did not see it on my desk today either when I was picking up. This is clear and I want white. Oh, this is embarrassing. It's not in there. It's not over there. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, I don't really know what to do. Embossing powder. Oh, I found it. Whew. I had one more bin I forgot about. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is actually our scrap. This was part of our card front. Okay, so I'm going to take, whew, that was lucky. I'm going to take my embossing buddy and I just wipe that off. I'm going to grab the happy birthday from the Fabulous Sayings. So I just wanted a big birthday sentiment and Versamark ink. Tap, 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 tap. And we're going to stamp that on there. Perfect. Cover that up. Let's bring in our powder. This is our Wow Basics embossing powder. That looks pretty darn good. We're going to close this up. And heat set. So we got a little magic show going on here. Oops. Who said that? Lynn says I have nights like this too. Thanks, Lynn. Oh my God. There we go. It's already starting to turn. Can you guys see that on the camera? Yay. Okay, I missed something that Nancy said. I bought some spinners from Amazon and they put the gears on them instead of how fun. Okay, so what we're going to do with this is we're going to actually cut around our words. And I know sometimes this can be tedious, but for this card, it's very worth it. Most of the cards that I'm willing to do this for is very worth it. And if you ever have any trouble with this, just make sure that you're moving the hand that's holding the cardstock more than you're moving your scissor hand. Because it's all about the control of this hand as you're doing this. And snip it off when you need to. Don't fight against your cardstock getting in your way. You don't have to get too crazy going around all these. Like, well, this one is, you want to be like, yeah. But for the most part, you can just kind of make a few little Humpty Bumpties and you can get away with your card looking just fine. Promise you, this will be worth it. come over there and cut that off because it's getting in my way. And then I'm just going to round that final little edge off. Whoa, that turned out really good. You saw how fast I did that. Now, if you haven't done that a lot, be patient, but it really does look pretty darn decent. And it's worth it. I got some big dimensionals here in our black. The black ones come with minis and regular size all in one pack, which is really nice. So I'm just going to use both of them. I want this to be nice and secure so we're ready to roll with our happy birthday from the Fabulous Sayings. And you guys can still get that if you didn't get the product of the month. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take some more of this. Is a fantastic technique with packing tape. So this is just regular packing tape. You can get those little individual rolls at your dollar store. And we are just going to put packing tape on various cardstocks. I happen to have a giant gun because I ship a lot of stuff out, but you don't need that. You can use the individual rolls of packing tape. And like my Family Dollar has it. There we go. Just going to fold that over the edge so it doesn't stick to anything. And then we're going to do gray. There we go. So we have our packing tape. And this is called faux embossing. And I'm going to grab my dies here. And I am going to, look at all these crazy gears. So I'm going to grab this chain and I'm going to do that on the black. So we're going to die cut that. I am going to grab this little gear right here and do it on the Lost Lagoon. And then we've got this one right here. We're going to do that on the basic gray. Let's see what else. We have this little one right here. I'm going to do that on the black. And you just cut out a bunch of pieces. Cut out a whole bunch of little pieces. The other thing, oh, hang on. I got to cut a little piece of gray here. A 1/2 inch sliver. So let's do that. A 1/2 inch. Oh, that's bigger than a 1/2 inch. I think I need 3/4. Hang on. We're going to do basic gray. Basic gray, basic gray. There it is. Basic gray. Here we go. I need to measure. Hang on. 3/4 of an inch, not 1/2 inch. 3/4 of an inch. 3/4. Oh yeah, I did have it written down right. I just read the wrong line. Okay, we're going to take a little slice of that. And we're going to use our Lovely Stripes embossing folder. And we're going to set it in here like this. And you want to make sure it's straight because, you know, this has a definite pattern. We're going to emboss that 3/4 inch strip. And when we do that, this is what we get. I hope you can see that. Okay, so we've got that. Oh, and we're going to do, oh, no, I didn't do that for this card. But, okay, let me show you all the little things. We're going to emboss, die cut all of these, not emboss. We're going to die cut all of these. And Let me show you my whole little pile of goodness here. I've got so many little elements. Oh, I need to show you this too. I don't remember where that came from, but it's from someplace. Okay, so I tried various different colors here. Here's a whole bunch of little strips. I also tried the all in a row embossing folder, and that makes a really neat little element that would go nicely with this gears and textures. I'm gonna put these back in my bag so I don't lose them. Look at this little ladder thing. I don't know what else you would call it. Check these out, right? Got this, got this, this, and this. Here's the little netted thing. Another gear. Here's a teeny weeny little roundy dealy. This. Isn't this fun? So fun. Here's a bigger one. So these all look like they're embossed, and it's just packing tape. Isn't that fun? I've done this before. So let's put all these little elements on our this. This is what we're going to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my strip in here. And I'm going to put this. Well, I'm not going to. We're going to glue that. No, hang on. We're going to just lay this in here. How about that? Okay, so we're going to lay that in there. I'm going to take one of these chains, and of course you can do anything you want here. Like just about anything is going to work. And we're just going to add some of these collage pieces. So I'm going to cut this in half and add some glue to the back. Who said that? Shannon ordered this bundle yesterday. Good for you, Shannon. You're going to love it. If you like masculine cards, this is just right up my alley. I love this. I love making man cards. Oh, here it comes. Hang on. Yes, Joe, you need this bundle. It is totally cool. I really love it. Okay, and then we're going to do, this is the other part that I just cut off of there. And I'm just going to kind of come in and do this. And of course, there's not a lot of rhyme or reason to any of this. You can put this stuff any place. So I'm going to trim this off. Now we're going to put it on our black. I just wanted to get those on there so I could cut them. Put this on our black layer. Oh my gosh, this just makes it pop so much. We're going to put this on our card front. And I hope that your head is spinning with all different kinds of color combinations, because there's a lot of different combinations you can use. I'll show you another card that I made for our last new product launch party. That is very cool also. Now I'm going to bring this in here, and I am going to add this element, which I thought was pretty cool looking. And I'm going to bring this in and put it all the way to the edge of my card. That's something just a little different than I would normally do. It's all the way to the edge here. See what I mean there? Got that. Then let's, we can put this back over here. Let's grab some more of these. I want, did I lose one? No, I wanted a little black one, but I guess a little gray one will work just fine. I've got, a little gray element here. I've got this one. Yep, I'm going to glue this down. Just like this. And I'm going to come in with this one, and I want this up on dimensionals. So I'm just going to make some little tiny slivers. That might be a little too thick. Oh, I think it'll be fine. I'm going to cut a little piece off. Oops. I just sent one of these cards off to my nephew that I made with this. Haven't heard from him yet, but he always he doesn't even just send a text and say, oh, thanks so much for the card. He'll actually call Steve. It's Steve's nephew. He'll call, and he always checks in once a year saying thank you for the birthday card, but he calls, and it's so nice. I don't get to talk to him very often, so that's wonderful. Here comes that one. And then, let's see. Oh, I've got this one. Oh, I kind of wanted to tuck that down in there, but maybe I'll leave it on top. Maybe I'll put it down. Let's put it right down here. Why not? So now you're just mixing and matching these wherever you want, which I think is so fun. How about right there? That looks good. Okay, and oh, here we can do, yep, let's put this one on here. Do that one right there. Isn't this fun? So fun. Okay, now we're going to put on our happy birthday. I've got the Sunday love. That's not what I want. I want happy birthday. Then I'll show you the other one I made because I use a little bit different gears. Here comes our happy. Oh my gosh, I love those so much. Happy birthday. Look at how fun is that. I've got enough going on here, but this is really cool too. Okay, and then what are we going to do here? Well, I think we need to do something pretty cool on here. So let's go with our this. And what color is this? How about a little black? Ooh, I like that. Look how striking that is. That is gorgeous. How about some gray? We'll do some gray with this one. Oh yeah. Isn't this fun? I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a blast. And then maybe we'll do this one. That looks great. So check this out, you guys. Isn't that, can you see that shine? It is like the coolest thing. And you saw how easy it was. To a great guy, happy birthday. The men in my life are getting a whole bunch of different colors of these puppies because they are fun. Now, I need to put all my little bits and pieces back in here so I can use them on my next card. Well, not tonight, next card, but the next card I make with this bundle. And I will be making more with this for you guys because I just think there's so many different things you can do. If you need some new blood in your masculine stuff, this is it. It is delightful. Okay, hang on, let me get this in here. Here we go. And this is my stamp set. There's only a couple elements here that I didn't use. Lots of fun stuff. There's this. This. So I used Smoky Slate, Basic Gray, Black, and Lost Lagoon for this particular card. And let me, gosh, it's such a mess going on here. Oh, because I got that extra stamp out, right? Yep. Okay. Yeah. Move this over here, and then I'll show you this one. Oh my gosh, right? Isn't that so pretty? This was one of the projects from our new product launch party. Oh, love that. This is Lemon Lime Twist. Fantastic, right? And I have one more card that I've already designed with this. Maybe I'll make that for you next week. But good grief, this I'm very proud of. Like this is like, oh, thank you guys so much. Okay. I thought my favorite thing was going to be you peering around the bonus days graphic, but no, it is the use of Dallywhacker. Oh, you're absolutely welcome, Christine. So glad I can amuse. Yeah, I tend to make a lot of words. So there we go. All right. That was really, really, really fun. And oh, I said I'd show you the other one. Just a couple little differences here, not much. I used different little gears here than I used on this one. Everything else is pretty much the same, right? Oh, here, let me. Oh, that's so tricky to do this. Gosh, I love these so much. I just love them. Okay. This is the one I just made. All right, you guys. Next up, let us feast our eyes on this beautiful designer series paper. Where the heck did it go? Did you guys see what I did with it? Hang on. Time to get a drink. Get a drink. Oh, here it is. Whew. I was getting really worried. Okay, hang on just a second. Here we go. This is our beautiful painted illusions. Oh, I meant to ask you, what did you guys have for supper tonight? I want to share with you. I want to see if I can beat you on nutritional value for dinner. So keep that in mind. I'm being very sarcastic. This is our Painted Illusions designer series paper. So it's 12 by 12. You get 12 sheets in a pack. You get 3 of each pattern. So ready for all this beautifulness? Here's one. And here's the back side. Front, back. Very pretty. Here's another one. Front, back. I love me some Lost Lagoon. Here's another one. This reminds me of mermaid paper, this pattern, right? Front, back. This is great for masculine cards also. And then our last pattern is this beautiful floral watercolor. And then this one. Isn't this fun? So I made sure that I ordered this as soon as I could on Tuesday and had it delivered by the time I got home from my trip. And I was thinking, when I get home Saturday night, I can't even wait to get into my stamp studio and start designing some stuff with this beautiful paper. Lo and behold, I got home and I went to bed. Just so unusual for me. So let me bring out, wait. Where did my bin go? Did I already? Oh, I brought it over here already. We are going to bring out our silicone craft sheet. And our, you guys, you might have missed, I haven't used this that often, but this is a silicone brush. Oh, there's those sleeves again. Sorry, you guys. Silicone brush. And I cut, it, it was long. This is a basting brush like you use in your kitchen. And I just cut the whatever you call these, that part. I can't remember what you call this, but I just cut it short because we use it with glue. Okay, so silicone basting brush, that's what that is. I've got Petal Pink, Darling Duckling, and Granny Apple Green ink pads. I'm using a brand new To Me bundle. This is called Fragrant Layers, and we've got 15 different stamps in here. This is a 2-step stamp process, and oh my gosh, look at the dies. They're to die for. These are really pretty. So this is not only 2-step stamping, but we've got 2-step die cutting. So as I was looking at this today, these little buggers are weird. It's like, what on earth is that? That's a stem for a flower. So you've got the little round part on there so you can glue your flower to that. And then here's your stem, and we've got lots of leaves. At least that's what I interpret it to be. We've also got 2 different labels in here. We've got a little banner, flag banner label. And then I got to show you this. This other label, which is this one right here, it does double duty. It cuts out the inside and gives you a frame, which is really cool for die cutting them out of 2 different colors so that you can mix and match like this. And then this just fits in there like a little puzzle piece, right? Isn't that cool? Yeah, so that was pretty exciting. I was like, oh, I didn't know it did that. It's always fun when you find those extras. Hi, Sue. Glad to see you here. Better late than never, right? That's okay. We're just happy you could make it. All right. Oh, homemade meatball soup. Hang on. I got to check out dinner. I made homemade cabbage salad with homemade sauce and homemade bacon and spinach, mac and cheese, Italian sauce. Wow, Sherry. Holy crud. I bought the brush last week and cut it off. Works great on vellum. Yes, it does. Marcia had a grilled ham and Swiss cheese. That's one of my favorite sandwiches. Raspberries and celery sticks with peanut butter. Yay, you. That sounds really good. Bristles. Yes, Marlene. Thank you. Caesar salad and steak. BLT. Oh, that sounds really good. So I did really good today, you guys. I made homemade Greek yogurt before I left. So I had that twice today with homemade granola. And I was doing so good. And I had some soup, some chicken rice soup, because I'm like, oh, I just wanted chicken noodle soup while I was gone. And so that's what I found in the cupboard. But then for supper, I win for nutritional value. I'm kidding. I lose. I had 2 Oreos and a half glass milk. Not going to lie. I blew it. I was doing so good today, trying to be all healthy and stuff, but whatever. Sometimes I was just kind of in a hurry, and we have 1 piece of bread left. I was going to have peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but guess what? The bread is sourdough bread. It's in the refrigerator, which means it's cold and hard. Nobody wants to eat that for peanut butter and jelly. You want nice and gushy bread. So that was out. And then that's all we had. Like, I could have had another can of soup, but I don't want to deal with it. You know. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to use this beautiful Fragrant Layers. Now, this will be great with the new stamp positioner, but I am using the dies. So here's what we did. We have basic white, 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it at 5 1/2 already. So we're going to fold. This is basic white thick, if I didn't say that. We're going to do this. And then I have a white piece that is 3 3/4 by 5. A petal pink piece that is 4 by 5 1/4. This is for the inside. The beautiful Painted Illusions Designer Series paper. This is 3 3/4 by 5. I've got a scrap of vellum, a scrap of petal pink, and then a white piece that is 2 5/8 by 3 5/8, and then vellum that is 3 by 4. You guys know we have vellum again, right? So happy about that. I can't even tell you. So happy about that. Okay, so what I did here is I took my white layer, which again is 2 5/8 by 3 5/8, and I put this die centered so that I have the same margin around the whole outside. Okay, I'm going to die cut that. Then I'm going to take this vellum, and it's got this nice leaf die, and I'm going to die cut a leaf off of there. And hang on while I lose my mind here. Here we go. Get my stamps out. I am going to take this particular die and die cut it on my petal pink scrap. And then I need a white. Hang on, I need a little white scrap. I have all my little white pieces in here. I thought I had some really small ones today. Here they are. Little white. These are all my white scraps. I have to keep these standing up so they don't get all scrunched. Okay. And I'm going to use this particular die and die cut. So we're going to die cut all of these pieces. Boom. Oops. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to keep this here. Hang on, my crown is falling in my eyes. Here comes all of our little pieces. Where did my piercing mat go? Right here. Oh, it's all dirty now. I don't like that. Hang on. Let me get a different one. This one's pretty clean. Okay, here's all of our little pieces. And I'll show you everything that I just made here. We're going to stamp our sentiment on here. And I'm trying to decide if I want to use petal pink for that. That might be too pale. So actually, I think I'm going to use Lost Lagoon because there's some Lost Lagoon in here. I think I'm going to go with that instead of petal pink. So let's do that. And I'm just going to have some all occasion cards here that say just a note. There's several different sentiments in here. So happy for you. Hello, just a note. And it's your day. I really like the font on these. So again, I'm using Lost Lagoon. Oh, that turned out very nice. Like that. Oh, we are still going to use that petal pink though, I think. Okay. And then this is going to be our inside layer right here. So let's get that stamped up. And that's what the Granny Apple Green is for. The Darling Duckling and the Petal Pink. We're going to do just a little bit of stamping on the inside here with our two-step stamping. So when I look at the stamp, I'm trying to look for some type of feature on here that makes it stand out. And I can clearly see that this top petal has 3 bumps on it instead of just 2. So, oh, and that's where my gray came in too. Sorry, basic gray. Basic gray is going to be our outline. So we're going to use that to stamp our flower. And I'm just going to put that right down here in the corner. And then I took a Post-it note and I stamped that same flower again. And I put it close to the sticky over here because we're going to use it to do a little masking. And then I cut this out pretty close all the way around here so that I would have a little mask. So now I'm going to bring my mask in and put it right over this flower so that I can stamp my leaf outlines again in basic gray, just like that. And then I'm going to come in with gray apple green. This is the two-step stamping. That was the outline. This is the inside color. So you don't even have to color these flowers. You just stamp them. And then, look at how pretty that is, right? Now, I save this. And I will actually put this inside with my stamps. So I can use that again. As long as it still has Post-it notes sticky on it, I can use it over and over and over. Now I'm going to look for that one leaf petal that has 3 humps on it and know that that's going to need to go right there so that when I get this inked up and ready to stamp, I know where I'm stamping at. I'm using petal pink. There we go. And there's an inside the flower with the darling duckling. And I picked these colors out of the Designer Series paper. Oh, I have an envelope. Hang on. An envelope. Let's do that again. I'm just going to stamp some of these flowers on there. My envelope. And my peach. Now remember, this is the product of the month Designer Series paper, this Painted Illusions. And the cool thing about that is that when you place a qualifying order with me, or if you're on my team, you will get a 12 card video tutorial PDF from me towards the end of the month when it's all compiled as a gift to go with. It's all going to have ideas using this paper. So that's pretty darn cool. Team members get that because they get so many benefits for being on my team. Just so many benefits. That's just one of the gifts. Pretty, pretty. I like it. Okay, let me get this out of the way. Oh, yep, that's it. That's my stamping. Now you can put an inside sentiment in here if you wanted to. I'm going to leave it blank because I just happen to need a lot of cards where it's just a note, and I could do anything I want with it. So here comes my petal pink. Oh, jeez, I just got yellow ink on that. Well, this sand eraser is part of my adhesive kit. If anybody's interested in that, it's got tons, all kinds of adhesives, and one of these erasers and one of these gum erasers to get glue off or tape. Look, I got that ink splotch out of there. Hey, me. I do have an adhesive kit that lots of people love that thing. I think Christine just got one not too long ago. Did you like it, Christine? I think it's pretty handy. Okay, this is for the inside of my card. So look at how fancy that is, right? I kind of always like to, not always, but most of the time do a little something to a white card base to make the inside a little fancier. And this is what I came up with. Okay, now for the front of our beautiful card using this gorgeous paper, we've got this piece that we die cut. That's where we're going to bring in our silicone mat. So we need to take this piece and attach it to the back of this piece. And these flowers fit in here just perfect. So you can give it a little bit of color back there, which I think is so fun. So the best way I found to adhere these two panels together is to do the back of this piece with the silicone brush. Okay. So I'm just going to squirt out some glue here. I'm going to keep this piece over here, and you don't want to let it move. Take your brush and kind of squish that glue around so you don't have big globs of it. And now I'm going to stay on the flowers and these little round buds, I guess is what I would call them. I want to keep this down. I don't want any glue getting under it. Okay. Hang on to it. And now you're going to take this and we are going to turn it upside down and cover. These match perfectly in place. This was like the best way to do this. See that? And then when you turn it over, it looks oh so pretty like that. Ooh, I almost lost my leaves. Okay, so we've got that done. There's one more glue job we have to do, for lack of a better word, glue job. Like a nose job, but only with glue. We're going to come in. This is the back of this now. We're going to come in with some more glue here. And we're just going to put glue all over the back of this. And I want to make sure this time that I'm catching the edges or the frame of this. Just like that. Don't let it bounce around because you don't want to get glue on the front of it when it moves on here. This we just rub off after it dries. We're going to bring our vellum in here. And I am going to center this. I know this is really hard for you to see because I'm white on white, but trust me that I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Isn't that pretty? That vellum just adds such a soft touch. Now the reason why, hang on, my leaves are trying to hide from me here. The reason why I wanted vellum on here is because I felt that it really let our flowers stand out a little bit more. It tones down the color under my flowers. And that's why I chose to do the vellum. So now you don't want to see adhesive through the vellum. So now we're going to just put glue on the back of this behind our cardstock layers. And this works out perfectly. And then we can do it around the frame if we want to. You don't need a bunch of glue on here, just some key points to glue down. So I didn't put a ton of glue on here, and I'm just going to center this right in the middle of my designer series paper. There we go. And that's what I came up with here. Now I'm going to grab some dimensionals. We're going to put some dimensionals on the back of our little just a note label like that. Now, by the way, when you get done with this, the glue will dry in here. I can see that it's still wet, but once it's dry, you just go in there and just go like that, and the glue just comes out in a glob. It's the weirdest thing. It's super easy to clean. Okay, we're going to flip the back off of here. And don't lose your vellum, your little vellum leaf that's oh so dainty and pretty. I'm going to put this on the front of my card. And we're going to bring this in. I put this right over here. So I want to make sure that my leaf is secured under my dimensional. I want to make sure this is straight before I push it all the way down. Oh my gosh. Oh! There we go. Okay. We have one thing left, and that is our iridescent pearls. And I know I just stuck my sleeve in the camera again and made my lighting all wonky. All right, let's see. I'm going to do one right there. One right there. Oops. One right there. And one right there. Oh my good grief. Look how pretty those are. There is my Fragrant Flowers card using that beautiful designer series paper. Look at the little leaf, just a little accent there. It's very mellow. Yeah, so I did that one. And then I used a different part of that same paper that has a lot of yellow and blue in it. Get this over here in the frame. Here we go. It's so hard to look backwards. My screen is backwards from what you guys see on the screen. So we've got that one. And this, I used Misty Moonlight for that one. Oh, and here's the inside with, oops, Darling Duckling from my flower backgrounds. And then there's one more. Oh my gosh. Flirty Flamingo. So again, this is the same 12 by 12 piece of paper, you guys. I just used different parts of it. Isn't that so fun? Yeah, vellum. I love vellum. I was so happy they brought vellum back. I can't even tell you. Okay, so I'm going to make some envelopes for these other two cards too. So let me clear my area. See how I do that? Don't want to lose any dies though, so I got to be careful of those. But here's our Fragrant Florals card. Boom, boom, and boom. And then here is our Gears and Textures. Gosh, I just love this so much. So much. Great Man card. And our Cutie Patootie little Easter card with that fabulous classic easy layout. Love the 3x4 DSP. 1-inch strip. Absolutely love this layout. Yeah. Okay. I'm coming back to my comments, you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Delilah got the bundle today. Yay. Actually, my second one for travel and one for the studio. Oh, good for you, Christine. That's awesome. Ah, Joy. Kelly's team is the best. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sandra. Bad week, yeah. DSP, can't wait to make a card with it. Everyone, I'm late. I'll watch a replay. Hi, Kathy. Oh, Anita's husband made baked chicken thighs, mashed potatoes with bell peppers and onions. Oh my gosh, it was warm enough to eat outside on the back patio, you big show off, Anita. Just kidding. Good for you. Sherry says she saw a video the other day. He made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Then he cooked it with like a grilled cheese. Oh, goodness. I don't know about that. I'll have to think about that. Yeah. Yeah. Chinese, Yvonne. I'm jealous. I love Chinese. Homemade cream of potato soup. Amanda, I have a whole long story about potato soup, but I can't tell it tonight. Just not a fan. And it's all my mom's fault. Yeah. So Steve got brats out of the freezer, but he didn't feel good enough to make them. So that was kind of a bummer. All right, guys, I have some mail to share with you. I'm super excited to do that. This comes to me from Sue Gebhardts. Look at Sue. I opened my mail today after I designed these cards, and I'm like, oh, Sue, we're right on the same wavelength. And look what Sue did. She put the die cut leaves behind here, which I think looks really, really pretty. And she did some dry embossing with the scoring blade. Yeah, very pretty. Isn't that pretty? She was sending me a thank you note. She won a stamp set from our team meeting. So yeah, there's all kinds of fun stuff that I give away at our team meetings. And let's see. Oh, Oh, these are both, I think, swap cards. Oh, no, no, no. This is from, oh, hang on. This is from Branda. I think Branda is on here tonight. Branda Carlson. Look at how pretty this is. I really like this card. This uses the True Blue Florals. I'm pretty sure that was our product of the month in December. True Blue Florals DSP. Branda says, another amazing new product launch by Barb, Kelly, and Dina in the books. You all do such an amazing job with all the fun projects, group activities, and all the shenanigans. Thank you for all you do. Branda, love that. And then she sent me, I'm assuming this was your swap card. And how beautiful is this Valentine card? Branda, you knocked it out of the park on that. Brenda's referring to our new product launch party, which we did in January. And we have a retreat coming up in February that is going to be a whole bunch of fun. We're actually using this whole suite of products, this beautiful, beautiful paper. So if you're looking for some exciting, amazing inspiration, this is going to be a blast. And you'll find the link to give you all the details about our fantastic retreat. It's all online, so you do it from the comfort of your own home. You can choose to have a swag box filled with pre-cut cardstock for, I think there's 15 projects plus a couple extra little bonus things. And some little gifty things. Like, it is packed with a whole bunch of fun. And you get designer paper and ribbons and embellishments. And you can choose to add the bundle on, or maybe you already have it. But the swag box is super, super fun. And you do it all from the comfort of your own home. There's going to be live videos. There's going to be pre-recorded videos. We just have a blast. And the information for that retreat is underneath the YouTube video. If you click on the see more in the description, you will find links to all the things I've talked about tonight. And then this came from Luba. Luba, look how this is just so sweet. And this is for Molly. Molly had her tonsils out, and look at how sweet Luba made this for her. Thank you so much, Luba. That is just the sweetest. And I will definitely make sure that Molly gets this. I'm not really sure why this got sidetracked, but I have it, and I will definitely give that to her. She's going to love that. That is so sweet of you. You are just so kind. All right. I think that's all the mail that I have right here, right now. I'm going to come back over here. Look at my crown is falling right off my head with my real bangs. Pretty proud of those real bangs. Oh, Deborah, you are so welcome. Deborah says, you have convinced me to order the gear set. You absolutely need the gear set because it is really, really cool. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. And it's not all about man cards. You could make baby cards with it too, like in blues. Gears, kind of same process as like Legos. I don't know. Maybe that's pushing it a little bit. Sherry says all cards turned out awesome tonight. Thank you so, so much. I will be live again on next Sunday, the 15th. And then we have a team meeting tomorrow night. Join my team. You'll love it. Team meeting. What does that see? Side note. Oh, team meeting. So, Wendy is doing a little demonstration at our team meeting. So that's awesome. And then Wednesday night, we have the Stamp Happy Live party. If you place a qualifying order with me of $35 or more in January, you got a special invitation in your email. It should have come this morning. So that has the link to the YouTube video in it. If you didn't get it, let me know. Check your spam file. But everybody's invited to the Stamp Happy Party Live. That placed a qualifying order. Or if you're a Stamp Happy Academy member, that is part of your membership. If you are not a Stamp Happy Academy member, you should join. If you join my team, you can get a membership for $5 a month, or free if you happen to promote to silver or above, which isn't that hard to do. So many benefits. I hope you will join my team. Try it out. Any questions, let me know. And don't forget that Stamp Positioner is free in your starter kit, which is a fantastic deal. You could use the gears for a baby card by cutting out the gears and glue onto the baby blocks, right? That's a great idea. Okay, we had 6 inches of snow a week ago. I'm trying to embrace the warm weather. Oh, well, okay. I'll give you that, Anita. And you should always embrace the warm weather. Do not listen to me and my sarcastic jealousy of your warm weather that you're eating outside. You go for it, Anita. I would love to be eating outside right now. We got to eat outside in Miami last Friday, and it was delightful. We even had breakfast outside at a little, get this, you guys. We walked down Ocean Drive Saturday morning, went to a little outdoor, all their stuff is outdoor. Like they have all these restaurants lining Ocean Drive that are outdoor. We ate breakfast on Ocean Drive in Miami Beach for less than we would have paid at the restaurant in downtown Menasha. We were shocked. And oh, here's another story. Steve went to Shields, which is a sporting goods store here, and bought a new swimsuit before we left. It was $70. And then we're on Ocean Drive last Friday night in Miami Beach, and he found the same swimsuits for $35. So we went to Miami, and it was cheaper than being in Menasha, Wisconsin. We live in a very low cost of living place, so that is so hard to believe, but whatever. It is what it is. And again, we're just glad to be home. And he was happy to shovel snow. That'll be over shortly. But the happiness about the snow, believe me, that will not last long. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. I hope to see you Wednesday night if you are going to be at our live party. I hope to see you tomorrow night as a new member of my team or an existing member of my team. You can do it. And thank you so much for joining me tonight. Like, I am always in awe that you show up here for me, and I enjoy spending the time with you. All right, what is the name of the die cut rectangle? Sherry, the die cut rectangle, did I use it tonight? Is it? Tell me more. I need to know more. Now I got to stand here until I hear back from Sherry. What else can I tell you about? Oh, I brought the kids some silly little toys from the airport. The die cut rectangle that I used tonight? On which card, Sherry? Are you talking about the flowers? This one? The die cut rectangle. I think that must be what you're talking about. Mounted on vellum. Yes. Fragrant flowers. Thank you for your patience with me. Fragrant flowers. Underneath YouTube, you're on Facebook, but if you go to the link to go to the YouTube video, you'll find all of the items that I used tonight are actually on there. And when you click on them and the supplies on YouTube, it should take you right to my store where you can get all the details. And Sherry is actually on my team, so I don't want you ordering from me. You order from yourself, but you can go and find out what it is that I used. So you're welcome. I got the kids these little, it's a candy thing, and then it's got a button on it. And Val's has a axolotl on the top of it, and it's got a little rainbow fan. So you push it and it blows on you, and then it's got candy in it. So that was a huge hit. Dawson, I got him the same thing, but his has a helicopter, and his is the propellers on top of the helicopter that spins like a fan and it lights up. I am the rock star granny for the best gifts ever. We did not get off the ship. We didn't go anyplace. I couldn't find the kids any cute t-shirts. They were all kind of stupid looking in their sizes. So yeah, I got them some little toys with candy because candy's always a winner. All right, you guys, I'm gonna let you go. Have a great week, and I will see you very soon, if not next Sunday night, if not earlier, but next Sunday night. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.